Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a project that is both therapeutic and stylish, a textured, boho inspired painting. This piece is perfect for adding a cozy, earthy vibe to your interior. Let's begin by gathering all the tools we'll need for this project. Here's our list. I'll be using beige, dark brown, white, Venetian red, olive green, and a touch of gold for that final pop of elegance. Canvas, or in my case, a sturdy piece of cardboard. It's an eco-friendly and affordable alternative. Painter's tape, modeling clay. Don't worry if you don't have this at home. I'll teach you how to make a DIY version using simple ingredients. Brushes, a mix of flat brush, a liner brush, and a painter's knife for precision and texture. Pencil for sketching, a water cup, and a water spray bottle for blending. And lastly, a sponge or sponge roller to apply gold paint effortlessly. Now, when we have everything ready, let's jump into the process. Begin by lightly sketching the shapes you want on your canvas. Don't overthink it. This sketch is just a guide to help you stay oriented later on. Here's a look at my completed sketch. It's minimal yet dynamic, perfect for the boho vibe we're going for. Now, let's create and apply the modeling clay. If you don't have store-bought modeling clay, don't worry, here's a simple recipe to make your own. You'll need 1 cup of baby powder, half cup of white glue or PVA glue, 2 or 3 teaspoons of cooking oil. This ingredient will prevent your clay from cracking when it dries. And also you'll need a small amount of water for adjusting consistency if needed. Mix everything in the bowl until fully combined and adjust your texture if needed. Clay must be thick and pasty. Once your clay is ready, apply it to your canvas. Focus on the edges of your shapes to create dimension. Also, apply some on the corners of your canvas. Trust your instincts here. Let the process flow naturally. When you're satisfied with the texture, set it aside and let it dry completely before moving on to the next step. Great. Now, for the background, we want a soft, transparent effect. Start by spraying the canvas lightly with water. Use a moist brush to apply the first layer of beige paint. Don't worry about perfection here. Before it dries, layer on white paint to add softness. The blending of these wet layers creates a dreamy, uneven look that is ideal for boho aesthetics. Next, painting the shapes. Now comes the fun part. Adding color and dimension to our shapes. Begin with the largest shape, mixing dark brown with a touch of white to create a soft shade. Spray a little water if needed for smoother application, but don't overdo it, or the paint might run. Move on to the next shape. Repeat the process with second color, and for the smallest shape, opt for the darkest brown tone to create balance in your composition. Also, leave the areas where shapes meet blank for now. Once all the shapes are painted, allow them to dry before adding additional layer. Repeat this step until the colors appear even and smooth. Next, to create the harmony between the shapes, mix the colors of two adjacent shapes in 1:1 ratio to get a mid-tone. Use this blend to fill the blank areas where the shapes meet. This subtle transition will make the design feel polished. Then, let everything dry completely. Next, let's add the bold arch lines. I'm using a very dark brown paint to complement the darkest shape from before. Personally, I recommend painting these freehand for more organic look. When I tried using painter's tape, it left smudged and uneven marks that required extra cleaning, as you will witness later. However, if you feel confident with tape, you can try that method too. Also, paint as many arch lines as you like. Personally, I chose to paint 3. Great! Next step is where the piece really comes alive. Take your sponge and roller, dab it in the gold paint and gently apply it to the areas with modeling clay. The key here is to use light pressure, allowing gold to highlight the raised texture without sinking into the crevices. This step adds dimension and a touch of luxury to the painting. If necessary, go back and touch up areas where the color might have been lost. To finish the piece, add a thin, circular line around the lightest shape using a liner brush. This creates a playful contrast and adds visual interest. You can also add a small dark accent shape in the corner to balance the composition further. And there you have it, a stunning boho-inspired textured painting that's both elegant and earthy. This piece is sure to elevate any interior with this warm tones and intricate detail. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to